Our top story tonight, President Donald Trump telling the nation he has ordered airstrikes against Syria, which are already underway at this hour. The U.S., along with British and French forces, seeking to punish President Bashar Assad for recent chemical attacks. Georgia Senator David Perdue commented on President Trump's announcement to strike Syria, releasing this statement just moments ago. It says, in part, President Trump is engaged and led our allies in measured response to hold Assad accountable. Now, more in the international community need to join the U.S. in a strong response to Assad. A good start would be to prevent Syria from taking its turn to head the UN Conference on Disarmament and instead insist on leadership from a country that's not actively using chemical weapons on its own civilians. So, how did we get here? The tension between the U.S. and Syria dates back to the beginning of the Syrian civil war. Here's a timeline to help you understand why President Trump is taking a stand now.
The Syrian civil war started in 2011 when Syrians rose up as part of the Arab Spring protests against Middle East dictators, and peaceful protesters were shot at by government forces. The following year, President Obama told Syrian President Bashar al-Assad that he shouldn't use chemical weapons against his people or he risks crossing a red line. Then in 2013, the worst chemical weapons attack against the Syrian people in Ghouta, more than 1,000 people died. That prompted the U.S. and Russia to reach a deal to remove or destroy Syria's chemical weapons by 2014. That happened in 2014, but after a series of chemical weapons attacks, outgoing Secretary of State John Kerry said Syria had undeclared chemical weapons that were being used on innocent people. It was 1 year ago this month that yet another nerve agent attack killed dozens, prompting the U.S. to fire cruise missiles at a Syrian airbase.
We'll have much more on this developing story coming up in just a few minutes.